Hello dear students, I am Dr. S.Y.B.Sc, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear students, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, Character Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as Ketachum College Nursing. Dear students, this is our S.Y.B.Sc Geography class, Sem-IV, and title of our subject is Environmental Geography Part 2. Dear student, today we are going to discuss our topic number 4, that is environmental program and policies. And in this topic we have subtopic that we are going to discuss in this lecture, that is Sustainable Development Summit of New Year 2015. Dear student, in previous lecture we have already discussed detailed information about the Earth Summit of Johannesburg 2002. For today's lecture, we have study objective to discuss detail about Sustainable Development Summit of New York 2015. Dear student, the United Nations Sustainable Development Summit was held from 25th to 27th September 2015 at New York, and you know that New York is the very important city of America. More than 150 world leaders were gathered at the United Nations headquarters in New York to adopt new sustainable development agenda. Dear students, the sustainable development is largely about people, their well-being and equity in their relationship with each other. And if you want to get the sustainable development, this cooperation from each and every country is very important. And in this conference, mainly the discussion was happen on major three things. That was this also known as the three pillar of sustainability. Sustainability, it includes economic growth, environmental protection, and social inclusion. Dear student, and in this conference, the major five key elements was also discussed, that are the people, the planet, the prosperity, peace, and partnership. On the basis of this element, they frame the goal for the future. And for the sustainable development, they decided 17 goals that target 169 targets, and to assess the achievement of this goal and target, they also decided 231 indicators. On the basis of this indicator, they can able to analyze what type of the achievement they have achieved in the future or time to time. And for that purpose, these 231 indicators were also decided and finalized in this conference. The Sustainable Development Goal or global goals are a collection of 17 interlinked global goal designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and the more sustainable future for all, means for the all country. These goals were decided. The Sustainable Development Goals were set up in the 2015 year by the United Nations General Assembly and are intended to be achieved by the year 2030, and which is also known as the Agenda 2030. Dear students, the year by which the target is meant to be achieved is usually between 2020 and 2030. During this 10 year, they have to achieve this whatever the goal they were decided in this conference. The agenda is the most comprehensive blueprint to date for the reduce extreme poverty, inequality, and protecting the Earth planet. Dear student, these are the let us talk about the what were the major that 17 sustainable development goals. Let us discuss about the one by one. First, that is very important, no poverty. Dear student, you know that near about 10% of the world population live in the poverty and struggle to meet their basic needs. And in this conference, they decided to end the poverty in all its the form of everywhere. Especially the intensity of this problem was too much in the Africa and the most of the ASEAN country. And for that purpose, to reduce the intensity of the poverty, they decided the first goal, that is the no poverty. Second important, no hunger. Hunger is also important problem that was faced by the world at the international level. Especially, again I repeat that most of the African and ASEAN country, this problem is too much. Out of 9, one people is under nutrition facing the problem, and nearly half, I means 45% of the death in the children under 5-year-old, they are facing this problem. dear student, near about the 301 million children per year died due to the hunger. So therefore, the end hunger, achieve the food security, and the improve the nutrition, and the promote the sustainable agriculture development. For that purpose, the zero hunger, this goal was decided. Another important goals, the good health and well-being. Dear students, the ensure the healthy life and promote the well-being for all at all ages. That is very important. And for that purpose, this goal was decided to achieve. Another important goal of this sustainable development was quality education. You know that the education is very important. If you want to improve the social culture, or maybe the social life, and for that purpose, the quality education is very important. Primary and secondary education is also important, and that was give priority. For that purpose, the priority was given to primary education, secondary education, the equal access to quality primary education, that affordable technology, vocational, and the higher education also were decided to achieve. All these things were decided to achieve through the quality education goals. That was very important. Another important thing, the gender equality. Dear student, you know that leave no one behind. That is very important principle. To achieve the gender equality and empower all women and the girls is very important. Especially, you can observe that the most part of the world have a very little representation of the woman, or representative of the woman in the parliament and the other institutes. So for that purpose, if you want to increase this percentage, and definitely the gender equality is very important. So each and every country have to take care and give priority to woman also, that she can do the each and every work like a man. So therefore, the gender equality is also a very important goal that was decided to achieve through this agenda. Let us talk the another important goal, the clean water and sanitization. To provide safe and affordable drinking water, to provide access and sanitation and the hygiene, to improve the water quality is very important. For that purpose, especially this priority was given to these goals. The affordable and the clean energy. Dear student, the energy crisis is also very important problem that international level the most countries are facing. To increase the global percentage of the renewable energy is very important, and double the improvement in the energy efficiency is also important. If you want to control the intensity of the energy crisis and this problem, so for that purpose, the priority was given to this affordable and clean energy. Especially what they are expected, we try to avoid the use of the non-renewable resources like coal, diesel, and petrol. Instead of that, we have to give the priority to the clean energy, or with the renewable energy like a solar energy, or the water energy, tidal energy, and so many energy that we can use. And if we use that, then we can able to achieve the sustainable development each and every field. And for that purpose, the priority was given to these specific goals. Decent work and economic growth. Dear student, you know that the economic growth or the economic development is also one important aim of the human being. And if you want to achieve the economic growth, that time sustainable way is very important. To promote the sustained, inclusive, and the sustainable economic growth, full and the productive employment and decent work for all is very important. And we should continue our economic growth or economic development, but simultaneously we have to take care about the environment also. There should not be any harm to our environment when we are achieving the economic growth. And for that purpose, this specific the goal was decided. Another important goal, that is the industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Dear student, if you want to achieve the sustainable development or the economic growth, and that time these three things are very important. To build basic infrastructure for promote inclusive and the sustainable interaction. For that purpose, to achieve this goal is very important. Therefore, this goal was decided to achieve in this conference. Reducing the inequality, that is also important problem that we are facing at international level. To reduce the income equality within and among the countries is very important. Especially, you know that such type of the inequality we observe in the most of the developing and the developed country of the Asia and Africa. There, this problem we are facing too much. So for that purpose, the reducing the inequality each and every sector is very important. It may be economic sector, it may be the social or the cultural sector. So each and everywhere we have to reduce this inequality that we observe at the international level. And for that purpose, this mainly this goal was decided to achieve. Another important, sustainable cities and community. To make cities and the human settlement inclusive, safe and sustainable, for that purpose, this specific goal was decided to achieve. Another important thing, responsible consumption and the production. Dear student, to ensure sustainable consumption and the production pattern, for that purpose, this goal was decided to achieve, and through this goal we can also able to it support to the get the overall sustainable development of each and every country of the world. The climate action, another important problem. For that purpose, this goal was particularly decided. You know that today we are facing the climate change, a very important global problem, and even the global warming, ozone depletion, and the acid rain. These are the important problems that were faced at the international level. And for this purpose, the main cause is the human being, the action of the human being. The whatever the activity we are carried out on the earth surface to fulfill our needs, that time we are not take care about the environment. To take the urgent action to control the climate change and its impact by the regulating the emission and the promoting the development in the renewable energy is very important. Use of green energy or the renewable energy is very important if you want to control this climate change problem at the international level. So therefore we have to control the pollution of all resources, and even the use of non-renewable resources we have to control. Instead of that, we have to give the priority to the renewable resources, and that definitely can support to the control the intensity of the climate change problem at the international level. And for that purpose, this specific goal was decided to achieve. Life below water. Dear student, you know that conserve and the sustainability, the use of ocean, sea, and the marine resources for the sustainability is very important. We have to protect the pollution of ocean and the seas, because it badly affect on the water ecosystem we have, aquatic ecosystem we have in the inside the ocean and the water, and that are badly affected due to human activity. And so for that purpose, this specific goal was decided. Another important goal, that is the life on the land. Dear student, to protect, restore, and the promote the sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem is very important. You know that we have a lot of ecosystem that are present on the earth surface, especially on the land area, and that is known as the terrestrial ecosystem. It may be the forest ecosystem, or it may be the mountain ecosystem, or maybe the any other ecosystem. But if you can able to maintain the balance of this ecosystem, then definitely it will support to the survival all the biotic factor on the earth surface. And for that purpose, life on the land, this goal was decided to achieve in this conference. Another important thing, that is the goal, peace, justice, and strong institution to promote peaceful and inclusive society for the sustainable development, provide the access to justice for all, and the build effective, accountable, and inclusive institution at all levels. And for that purpose, this goal was very important, and therefore this goal was also decided to achieve in this conference. Last but not the least, very important, partnership for the goals. Dear student, developing the multi-stakeholder partnership to share the knowledge, expertise, the technology, and the financial support is seen as critical to overall success of the sustainable development goal. And you know that without the cooperation from the each and every country to each other, that is very important. Even the all part of the society that have to, they all must or should we cooperate with each other. If you want to achieve this sustainable development goal, then definitely the partnership from the various sector is very important. It may be the government, or it may be the NGO, or maybe the private sector, or the various sector we have on the earth surface. So each and every sector should be cooperate with each other. The developing country, underdeveloped country, and the developed country, these all type of the country, they have to cooperate with each other. They do the partnership and work together for achieve the sustainable development. That is very important. Dear student, this was about today's lecture. In this lecture, we discuss about the sustainable development goal that are decided to achieve in the 2015 conference that was happened at the New York. If you want to get more information, these are the reference book and these are the website. By using the material that are available on this website, you are definitely update your notes and the knowledge. Dear student, in next lecture we are going to discuss the very important the program and the policy that we have implemented in India. Not each and every, but among them few we are going to discuss in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.